Bianca with Lasio Professional Hair Care. Today on my model, I'm going to demonstrate the Keratin Tropic, which is our formaldehyde-free formula. This lovely formula here is going to be great on all hair types. Any hair type, any curl pattern, whether it's straight, wavy, fine. What this does, it helps to remove frizz completely, and it will help reduce the curl pattern up to 60%. So again, for anyone that's looking for frizz-free, formaldehyde-free, but doesn't really want to reduce the curl, this is the treatment. So I've chosen on my model here, you can see her hair texture pretty fine and naturally wavy. So this is with no product, just a few days without shampooing. You can see the benefits of using the Keratin Tropic on her texture here will be the frizz control without straightening too much, without losing volume. And now the benefits of using the Keratin Tropic on her hair texture, as you can see, it's a little bit fine and it has a naturally wavy pattern. So the Keratin Tropic will allow her to keep her natural wave without over straightening. It will reduce all of the frizz and allow her to still have body and movement when she wants to style. She'll still be able to curl. She can do any kind of flat ironing, any kind of heat styling, and it will hold. So the Keratin Tropic is going to give her hair a lot of shine. It will add a lot of moisture. It has cocomeat oil along with the keratin to really hydrate and moisturize her hair. All right, time to blow dry now. So after shampooing, you want to dry the hair completely 100% dry, and this is going to be the same for any of our keratin treatments. Get the hair dry. No brush needed for this blow dry. Rough drying again to 100%. Now it's time for application. Hair is divided into 3 sections. It's completely dry. So we're going to start at the nape area here, applying from the root all the way through to the ends. Everything else is clipped away. And you want to make sure that when you're applying that you saturate every section. Now, with every application of our keratin treatments, you're going to apply it the same way, from the root area all the way through to the ends. And you want to comb through to make sure that every hair is evenly saturated. Every bit of hair that you are going to be flat iron has to be completely saturated. So you may notice a little bit of foaming. That's how you know you've put on enough product. So you continue working upward, taking about inch sections, applying the product. And again, this is the application for every one of our keratin treatments. So you're spraying on directly onto the hair from the root all the way through to the ends. Combing through to make sure that the hair is evenly saturated. And you're going to do this through the entire head, and then you can continue with the blow dry. Okay, now it's time to blow dry the hair. We're not going to use a brush. We're not going to use a comb. If you're working with a tighter curl pattern or much coarser, thicker hair, you could use a paddle brush, but for this, all you're going to need is your hands. So again, just rough drying, making sure to keep the nozzle away from the hair and using very low heat, so a cool to medium heat setting. Throughout this process, and this is for any of our keratin treatments, you do not need any heat for the blow dry after the keratin treatment has been applied. You should not be seeing any fumes during this time, so again, only hands or a wide tooth comb or paddle brush for blow dry. Using the Lasio PROSTRAIGHT flat iron, I have set it to 450 degrees, and this is going to be for all hair textures, all keratin treatments, regardless of the hair type. So with our model's hair today, again, you can see that her hair is fine, on the finer side. Her ends are very fragile, so I'm going to provide some tips on how you could prevent any further damage to the ends, because of course our treatments are designed to help strengthen the hair and to also add moisture. So you're going to begin right at the new growth area, passing 7 times. This is a must for all keratin treatments, all of the Lasio keratin treatments. 7 times at the new growth, 7 times at the middle, and 7 times at the ends. However, when you get to the ends, you're using very light, very quick strokes. Working from the nape, taking smaller subsections. So now I'm taking about 1/2 inch subsections. And when you're working with curlier hair textures, you'll want to take smaller subsections to make sure that you can get really close to the root area. Again, with the iron set at 450, you're going to hold the hair straight out. At the root, flat ironing 7 times here, 7 times in the middle, 7 times on the ends, passing through the ends very quickly. As the ends do not need so much tension to become straight. What you're doing at the time now with the Keratin Tropic, the heat is allowing all of the ingredients to be sealed in for that frizz-free, for the moisture. It's locking in the cocoa oil and also the keratin, and that's what's going to help strengthen the hair and also keep it smooth for up to 3 months. Towards the top, if you want to maintain volume, you want to make sure that you're flat ironing the hair straight out versus down. This will allow you to maintain that fullness at the top. Again, still continuing with 7 passes at the root area, 7 at the middle, and then 7 quick passes at the ends. And I'm recommending 7 quick passes at the ends where the ends are more fragile. Keratin treatment has been washed out. I've used the replenishing shampoo. This is what you're going to need for maintenance for all of our keratin treatments. We have a color treated and we have the replenishing, which is great again for all hair types. I'm going to, before I blow dry, just use a little bit of the HYPERSILK smoothing balm. This is going to help with heat protection. So you take a small amount of this, work it through the hair from the ends towards the top, and then you can start blow drying.